if she wins. I have to choose my words very carefully. And it's bad. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. All right. But there is an opportunity because of it. I'm going to run through 4 different stories that are, some are brand new. They're campaign promises that should scare the piss out of people. But at the same time, if you look back on your life or throughout history, when things got the darkest and you got through it, you always look back, you say, that's when I learned the most. And that's when I actually had the most opportunity to pivot and make a big change for the better. I can't imagine what's coming if that side wins. However, I will tell you that no matter what side wins, bad things are coming in 2025. And my job is to show you all of the light poking through and all of the opportunities. I've been talking about this for a little while, that I started a new company. It is ramping up, preparing for something that's coming in the spring. If you have not watched my channel, I have nailed a handful of cycles well ahead of time, because I would be useless in helping you to succeed if I didn't show you what was coming in the future based off of what was going on in the current times. Now, as I dive into this, I can't reveal what my company is doing. I am going to be doing that in a couple of weeks because I have found copycatters and people racing to it. I want to let you know when the time is perfect, yet giving you months and months and months to get ready for this. All right. A lot of people are going to laugh. I do have inside information because of how big this channel is. I get to hang out with really cool people and they're showing me what's happening behind the scenes. And when a deluge of things are happening, they're actually already happening, but they're being hidden from the public sector. As I get into these stories, I'm doing something, and this is about starting a business, building a business, taking your business from a sole proprietorship to an LLC, based off of campaign promises on both sides. All right. I am putting together a course. I've just put a link down. It is $10. I'm going to tell you why it's so darn cheap. It is a course on teaching you starting, maintaining, or building a new LLC or corporation, tips and tricks. I've put together 2 attorneys, corporate attorneys, that have helped me with like 8 different entities over years and years and years. They're going to help teach this course. And it's going to change a lot of people's businesses, both in this country and people that live abroad that are about to take my idea and start investing in America. Okay. We're going to bring money. We're going to let money flow inside of America, and anyone on earth is going to be able to do what I'm about to do. So there's a link down below. I don't know when I'm going to stop this. I am doing it for $10. And just to be totally transparent, all of my students, because they always get way lower prices, they're paying $1. I am not joking. I only want to cover the production costs, the editing, all of the, and I'm going to take my lawyer friends out to a nice dinner. I'm not joking, but this is intended to put the tools in your hands so that you're not afraid, you're not overpaying, you're doing all of your documents right, because this is going to be hard to believe. I really did know that something was coming on the earth that involved masks years before it happened. And so I started 3 different companies with the sole intention of taking the government money and growing those companies. And I did. I took legal loans, applied for some grants. I paid back all of the loans. And in that time, we took that money and we blew up our businesses. We just absolutely crushed it. And I've paid those back. What's coming in 2025 is there's so much opportunity for people to start small businesses, and let's just dive right in. All right. Again, that link for the $10 down below. I don't know when I'm going to end it, but I start filming the week after this next week or the week after next. I got to check my schedule, and I'm hoping to have that course completely finished in 3 weeks. Okay. From that day. This is out of the White House. New businesses surge, unveiling the business application boom through an analysis of administrative data. It says new businesses play a key role in fostering job creation and productivity growth in the U.S. economy. Business applications, a leading indicator of business formation that is reported through the Census Bureau, has risen substantially during the past 3 years relative to any periods since 2004. Now, the White House is talking about what's happened during the current administration because they're trying to blow their own horn or toot their own horn, right? This is something else I want to show you, though. I'm going to bring you through a handful of stories. I'll flash it real quick. So there's AI reading all this stuff. Promises $1 million in forgivable loans for Black businesses. Now, you know my stance. I don't care what your color is. I don't care what your race is. I don't care what your sex is. I don't care about your orientation, all that stuff. All I care about is your heart and your desire and ability to go and change this world for the better, okay? If you're a good-hearted person, I want you to go succeed. That's my goal. So what she's saying is she promised to offer 1 million business loans to Black entrepreneurs as she continues to try to connect with Black male voters, right? All right, cool. Got a lot of Black males and females awesome following this channel, and you're not buying her bullcrap. But I want you to understand, if she wins, there's some incredible opportunities, and I'm going to bring you through them, and I want to see you be successful and employ people and build the middle class, all right? Next story headline is out of CBS. The same lady, proposes $50,000 tax break for small businesses. All right. I gotta be careful with my words. On Wednesday, proposed she hopes to help spur small businesses or creation across the U.S. and announced a break for one of the current president's policies by calling for a smaller increase than she had proposed on capital gains tax. For one, she wants to expand small business tax credits tenfold from $5,000 to $50,000. A tax credit is incredibly powerful. All right. It's so much better than a write-off. It's worth so much more in your pocket. But you can't just do those as sole proprietors. That's why I'm going to teach people how to start LLCs, save a lot of money, do the documents yourself if you want. That's the goal of this course, is to show you how to do it all yourself. If you want to pay, I'm going to show you who to pay, how to pay, save tons of money. All right. Don't pay lawyer rates at $300-400 an hour. Pay legal. I'm blanking out, not secretaries, but you know what I'm talking about, at $80 an hour. I want to see people take advantage of these tax credits and all this stuff, because when I show you what I'm about to do, what I'm currently doing in real estate, it will blow your stinking mind. I'm not joking. And anyone can do it with as little as $1,000 around the earth. And when I say $1,000, I'm talking about startup costs and the actual investment. I'm not joking. Because for the last 3 years, I haven't been able to share this because they've been on hold, this certain type of investment. Now, the next promise, and I'm about to get to the other side of the aisle if he wins, okay? She now proposes raising corporate tax rate to 28%, rolling back a Trump law. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but they're referring to a specific type of corporation, okay? And this is going to go either way, because one's talking about going from 18% to 28%. One's talking about going from 18 to 15. All right, so there's a lot at stake here, but either way it goes, there's incredible opportunity. It says here, the person running her, she's calling to raise corporate tax to 28%. Her first major proposal to raise revenues for financing expense plans. Let me explain something really quick. This is why that would be horrific for large corporations. When corporations are paying high rates of tax, C corporations, let's say 28%, what it does is it forces them to blow that money. And then at the end of the year, because then they want to pay less tax, they have to run to debt if they want to finance large operations because they want to pay the least amount of tax. When you drop the corporate tax rate, the C corp rate, from down to 18 or even 15%, what happens is the company goes, hey, this tax is so cheap, let's pay the tax on the $1 billion we just made and let it sit inside of our bank account. And then next year, we're going to self-fund our R&D. We're not going to go out and raise debt, because remember, these companies then have less profits because they're out raising debt or selling more shares, diluting it for shareholders, and so that they could write off the debt costs, right? Because they're trying to keep that tax low. But what happens is when they have that extra money, because they're not wasting it on debt costs, what do? They fund more R&D projects, they hire more employees, they expand. That's why lowering the corporate tax rate is so vital, because on a C corp, Think of if you owned a C Corp, you'd get taxed twice. The corporation pays its tax, and then it gets to write off a paycheck to you. So you owning it, you're going to pay 28%, 18%, whatever it's at. But then you're going to pay also a tax on your own personal salary. But imagine if you owned a company that you're building real estate or doing whatever you want, and it's set up that all of a sudden the C Corp tax drops to 15%. You go, oh my gosh, I want to start a C Corp because I could keep the money inside that corporation and just pay 15% and then pay myself a small salary, a legal salary, and then that flows through at my personal income rates. See, there's so many things that most business owners currently in our country do not understand, and that's why I want to share this stuff. Now, if the other side wins, if Trump wins, which I'm believing it's going to happen, but I'm also preparing for the worst, right? The markets are going to tank because the people that hold the keys to markets, they'll be laughing. And most people don't understand this. If everybody's portfolio dropped tomorrow by half, right? Do you understand the difference between someone that has 10 million, 20 million, 50 million in the markets or a billionaire? Let's say they lose half their money, but you lose half. Most people will run scared. They're going to run and hide under rocks. They're not going to start businesses. The ones with a little bit of money left too, they're going to be able to buy up all your stuff. So people don't understand that in the middle class. They don't understand how powerful it is to have extra money during a downturn, and that more people become wealthy during a downturn than good times. And so it's exponential wealth creation. So that's why I'm preparing this now. That is why I'm doing this. I'm selling it at a rate where I'm not going to make a profit. We're just doing it to cover expenses and to get this information in your hands, because when I release what's coming in a couple of weeks, and just so you know, if you're a student, you get lower prices than anyone, it's going to blow your freaking mind, because there's a special cycle, and this type of investing has been hidden for a long time. And if you try and teach yourself, and I have personally spent probably by the end of, in the last 10 years, we're looking at almost, probably by January 1st, and you go back 10 years, I'll have spent close to $10,000 on training to bring you something that will blow your mind, because it really pisses me off when people take advantage of other people. That's my business model. That's how I'm going to find success, is bringing people deals on learning that they've never even could fathom. That's how I'm going to be a success. I hope you got something out of this. Obviously, just the title and the thumbnail, it's not being shared out, but that's how it is. You're lucky enough to watch because you're more than likely a subscriber. You've watched enough videos, the algo pushes it to you and nobody knew. So thank you so much. The pre-filming sale is $10 for LLC and corporation tips and tricks. And I have two amazing rock star corporate attorneys that are going to be teaching this course with me. Can't wait to film it. You're going to get a lot out of it. To say this is a no-brainer deal, it's a joke. Links down below. Hope you have a great day. Ninja is it. Dang it. Ninja's out.